Previously on Devil's Reign, Wilson Fisk, the former kingpin of crime and the current mayor of New York, has made his move against the superhero community by outlawing superhero vigilantism within the city limits. Because Fisk realizes his memory has been messed up as he knew the secret identity of Daredevil. This causes to use his political power to declare war on superheroes. At the City Hall conference, he announces the superhero activity illegal. He also brings in a new team of supervillains called Thunderbolts to maintain law and order alongside the NYPD. He has moved Dr. Octopus into the Baxter building to begin mysterious experiments. Many heroes including Reed Richards and Sue Storm have arrested by the Thunderbolt units, but before they can harm the remaining Fantastic Four team, Sue alerts them and the 4 team members escape from there while Susan and Richards being captive under Thunderbolt units. Later, Luke and Jessica meet Tony and they have a plan to beat Fisk in the next election. Tony is going to run for a mayor for New York City. But as after attacking and acquiring the powers of the Purple Man, Fisk may be unstoppable, and now the mayor may be elected as the president. Welcome to ComicsTube YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll review the chapter 2 of Devil's Reign. So if you are new here, a sub to this channel would be highly appreciated. And also turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The chapter 2 opens up with the Rand Corporation, while Luke Cage contacts Danny Rand, also known as Iron Fist, as Luke and Jessica are concerned about his safety. But right at the corner of his house, Crossbones and an army of Thunderbolt agents breaks into his room and they start to attack on him. Meanwhile, at Kingpin's home, Elektra, the current Daredevil, confronts Fisk to tell him that his plan won't work on them. The people you are up against have the power of gods. But Fisk replies, if they attack him, the people will know them as a traitor, and they only side by the mayor. Fisk reveals that he has a large file of every information of his friends and rivals. All of their weaknesses, their secrets have been kept on those files, which includes Elektra's information also. He has already sold that file to an eager party looking to challenge the great Elektra, which leaves Elektra to worry about her betrayal to Matt Murdock, because if he finds out about her betrayal, she will lose everything. As the Thunderbolt unit tries to catch her, she escapes from there by jumping out of the window to find the person with her file. In the next panel, we see the decommissioned Avengers mansion, which has become public to everyone, but underneath of that building, the sub-basement is still active. The Avengers are waiting for the other Spider-Man, Ben Reilly, to meet up. But there, some kids spotted them, and Luke convinced those kids to keep their location secret, and they deletes the pictures of the Avengers from their phones. But far from their location, a secret child of Purple Man watches the Avengers. In the next panel, we see Ben Reilly goes to the Daily Bugle as the shops are being hostage in there and the criminals are asking for Spider-Man to come alone. When he enters into the building, he gets confronted by Taskmaster and Whiplash. Taskmaster tells him that he has a file that mentions based on his coming and going, he probably works here, and it will be perfect time to beat him to a pulp and take off his mask in front of those hostages. So their fight begins inside of the Daily Bugle. As Bane getting cornered by Taskmaster, he taunts Whiplash to give up those hostages. As getting electrified by Whiplash's attack, Bane quickly throws a powerful punch at Whiplash, causes him to lose his conscious. As Bane gets a high voltage of electricity damage, Taskmaster takes this opportunity and places a power dampening collar on him and throws him out of the window. As Bane unable to save himself with his wave, he crashes hard on top of a car. Meanwhile in Murmuran prison, Reed and Susan gets interrupted by other prisoners who are trying to kill them. She quickly jumps into an action by knocking out their would-be attackers, which causes the Thunderbolt units to show up and take away both Reed and Susan. Later in City Hall's sub-basement, Fisk uses Dr. Octopus to create the technology that Doom used to control Purple-Man's power. His main motive is to coerce the people of the New York City by his side, and he knows his plan will succeed. Then we see in an unknown forest, Elektra is looking for that person who has her file, but unknown to her, she is being haunted by Kraven the Hunter. Meanwhile in that Avengers mansion, Tony goes on to explain to his team about his plan to defeat Fisk by running as a mayor and wins the election. But the team disagrees about his proposal because they are worried that he may be a hero, but Fisk will do his things and he won't be able to come out on top of the election. And right at that moment, Luke Cage steps forward to be the hero and goes up against Fisk. Cap and Daredevil also agrees that the one who should run against Wilson is Luke. Back at the Baxter building, Doc Ock uses Reed Richards' interdimensional gate because he believes the true power lies within Reed's laboratory. Then in the next panel we see, from that portal, Doc creates his own super team, which includes the different versions of Hulk, Wolverine and Ghost Rider. With such a twisted ending, the chapter 2 of Devil's Reign comes to a close. Which part you like the most, please comment down below, and also please subscribe as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you and your loved ones a very happy new year in advance. Everyone stay safe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.